So today I'm going to be flipping AI generated samples into beats like this. The samples I'll be using today are generated with Music Creator AI, the sponsor of today's video. It's basically an AI tool that helps you create personalized music and sound effects that can be used royalty-free within your beats. So for this beat, I feel like I want to sample like some dark ambient Middle Eastern vocals. So we're going to just type that in and then we're just going to press create music now and it will generate a sample. And I haven't pressed generate yet, but this is something that I was searching up before. I searched up ambient Middle Eastern vocals and this is what came up before. Like, as you can see, like that's just crazy. In fact, I'm gonna download this because I might even end up using this. So I just press generate music. I press it twice, so it takes a little bit of a while, but we're gonna wait for it to generate some more samples and then we can just pick in between which ones we want to use. So another thing about this website, it doesn't just generate songs, it can do many other things. Like it can make lyrics, it can be a vocal remover, stem splitter, singing voice generator. So I might try that as well. You can also sing your own vocals, put them into Music Creator AI, and then it will generate like a different voice for you, which I think is cool, and so many other options that you can choose from. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this to you guys, for you guys to check it out. And if you do want to check it out, I have a link down in the description that you guys can click and you can try it out for yourself. So yeah, these are two more samples that it has generated, so let's have a listen.
Oh, my forgotten name. From the hearted veil, I breathe your storm. I taste your ash under the desert veil. Your
Okay, so these here are more like songs. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and use the ones that I generated before, which were these ones. Okay, so I dragged and dropped this into Music Creator AI key and BPM finder, and it told me that it's in B flat minor and it's 118 BPM. So with that information, we can now put this in time, but at the same time, it might not fully be in time because the type of sample it is. Maybe if we start the transient where the bar starts like that, see if it's in time. Nah, it's not going to be in time, as you can see. I'm just going to go ahead and manually chop it up and stretch certain parts so it fits in time. Okay, so as you can see, I've chopped up the sample and I've put everything on time. So I'll just play from the start and you guys can kind of hear what I've done. So that's a bit of what it sounds like. So I'm going to just quickly consolidate this so it's all one audio file. Okay, so now that I've got the chops, I'm going to quickly add this to a track and quickly EQ because there's like a little resonating frequency that I can hear and I'm not really feeling it. So I'm going to quickly EQ it. And my plan is I kind of want to keep the intro, like the original sample, and then when the beat drops, I want to like chop up the vocals. So you'll see what I mean later on, but I'm just going to quickly get rid of that frequency that I can hear. There it is, I can hear it right there. Okay, so now that I've got that, I'm just gonna just turn this off real quick. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open up Momentum, which is a free plugin, by the way. And basically, it's just like a sampler. So I'm gonna drag and drop this sound into here. So as you can see, it's just like it's like, for example, like Fruity Slicer, but there's way more things you can do with the sound to manipulate it. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna find some chops. That took me a while to find something, but I think I actually found something that I like. So we can probably just change things up here and there, but that's like my base idea that I like. Let's try that. This took me a while, but these are all the chops that I've come up with, so this is what it sounds like now. Now I'm gonna pitch things up maybe like a few semitones. Add an EQ. The way I have chopped the samples already giving me JSL vibes, so you know we're gonna be using his drum kit. Bring this like this. Yeah, that's hard. I don't want to do too much, but maybe like one more. That's a bit too hard. Okay, I think that's hard, but now I'm just gonna add a spins 808. Okay, so I think this is hard, but I also want to pitch this back down because the spins doesn't hit as hard as I want it to. Okay, so I've just finished mixing and arranging the first beat, and I think it came out decent, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of struggled between trying to get the actual melody and the melody chops to kind of like transition smoothly, but overall I think this beat came out decent. So yeah, let's listen to the full beat.
My head ain't no skipping this one.
So that's it for the first beat. So yeah, we're gonna move on to the next one. Okay, so for this last beat, I want to go for some like Drake vibes. So I want to like sample some soulful vocals. So I'm gonna just type in soulful female vocal riffs. Okay, so it's just finished generating these. So let's hear what these ones sound like.
Spinning in circles, slow and sore. Same old feeling, nothing new. I
Man, that is beautiful. Okay, cool. So we're going to be using this. So I'm going to go into AI stem splitter and then we're going to drag in the sample. We only want the vocals out of this. So then we'll just press that and then press remove vocals. Okay, so it's just finished separating the stems and this sounds so clean.
Your sweater on my kitchen chair still smells like summer and your tangled hair. I keep the window halfway open wide, like you might wander back into my life.
I'm gonna quickly just process this vocal a little bit, just EQ it and get rid of some of the lows in that.
I keep the window halfway open wide. I keep the window halfway open wide. I keep the window halfway open wide, like you might wander back into my life. I keep the window halfway open wide, like you might wander back into my life.
Also, I want to pitch this up maybe like 3 semitones.
I keep the window halfway open wide, like you might wander back into my life.
So I'm gonna open up Sky Keys and there's a Rhodes sound that I really like in the Sky Keys. That's it. Okay, cool. So we're gonna lay down some chords. So I'm gonna start off with the bass notes.
I keep the window halfway open wide, like you might wander back into my life. We burned our coffee talking past sunrise. You traced the future in my tiny eyes.
Cool. So I bring this up an octave. Also gonna turn these vocals down because they're quite loud.
You traced the future in my tiny eyes.
And then we can start building chords from here.
I keep the window halfway open wide. I keep the window halfway open wide. I keep the window halfway open wide, like you might wander back into my life. We burned our coffee. We burned our coffee talking past sunrise. You traced the future in my tiny eyes.
This G sharp major 7 chord technically isn't in the C sharp major scale, but it still sounds nice. Because as you can see, this G isn't actually in the scale, but it still sounds nice to me, so I'm going to keep it like that. I'm also going to pitch this up an octave because these sound a bit too low. So if I pitch these up an octave and then I put the bass notes down, it should sound decent. You can also bring the fifth down an octave to make the chords sound a bit more full. And do that for each chord. I think I want to have this chord played down an octave actually. It might be a bit too low, but I might just pitch the whole sample up so it doesn't sound that low. Yeah, so now I'm going to press Alt R and randomize the velocity. And then I'm also going to go up here into the wrench tool and press humanize. This will kind of just mess with the timing of when the notes play so it sounds a bit more realistic. So this is what it will sound like now. I want to add some passing chords in. Let's try this up an octave because I can't really hear if it works or not. So since it's too low, because I don't like having it that high, but I want it to be an octave lower, we're just going to pitch the whole sample up like on another 3 semitones. Okay, this is kind of giving me like Honestly Nevermind vibes, the Drake album. So I want to go for that sort of house vibe for this. So I'm going to open up Sky Keys again and I want to add a lead in. So now I'm gonna go ahead and just add a kick in. So I know this is a Jersey club kick, but it can still work. Add a hi-hat in. And I also randomize the panning. So as you can see, it's a new day and I've actually finished the beat you saw me creating in the last clip. Reason being, I was making beats at like 4 a.m. in the dark and I just forgot to record. So now I'm just gonna walk you through how I made the second beat. So as you can see, this is the full beat. So in the last clip, I was doing the hi-hats and I have actually tweaked them a bit to make them a bit more bouncy. So I'll show you what I've done. So I basically just kept the same pattern I had before, but I just added a few little filler notes to make it a bit more bouncy with the velocity turned down. So this is what it sounds like. And then I have a second hi-hat pattern that's kind of tiny bit different. It has extra notes in there, but it's kind of like got the same bounce to it. And this is what that sounds like. As you can hear, it's already kind of got that Drake bounce to it. So now for the melodic elements, I only had the rolls, the vocals and the lead before, but I have actually added some new elements. So I've added this key pattern. So I added in these keys. It's the same exact chord, just a different sound from Sky Keys, playing an octave higher, and this is what it sounds like. And I also forgot to say, I pitched the whole sample down like 1 or 2 semitones. So that's where it may sound a bit different to before. Okay, so I've also added a few pads in. I'll go ahead and show you the sounds that I've used. So I used this pad sound from Sky Keys. And then I have also used the second pad sound from Sky Keys. So these two pads play simultaneously, but the plucky pad only plays on the short chords. And the reason for that is just to emphasize them a bit more. So this is what it sounds like. So I also have some other pad sounds, and these are only like emphasizing certain chords, and these only play throughout certain parts of the beat. So I'll play it by itself and then I'll play it in context so you see what I mean. So this is it in context with the melody. So as you can hear, it's just there to kind of emphasize certain chords. So now that I've showed you the rest of like the melodic elements I've added, I'm gonna go ahead and show you the bass. I used this bass sound from Analog Labs, and then the same bass sound I had before, which is like the plucky bass. And I'll just play them together so you can hear the pattern that I've created. And then I have a second bass pattern, which is kind of the same thing, but I just kind of added a few more notes. And this is what that sounds like. Now we're gonna go ahead with the rest of the drums. So I've just layered over this bongo perk and this clap that I both got from Splice, and I've just laid down this pattern, and this is what it sounds like. I've also added this percussion loop from Splice, and this is what it sounds like. And the reason for that pulsing sound is I've added kickstart to the percussion because the kick was kind of clashing with it a little bit. And also I've added kickstart to the melody and the bass because I wanted the kick to kind of like sidechain to all the elements. So yeah, that's really it for the breakdown, to be fair. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. And again, if you're interested in using Music Creator AI in your own productions, I'll have a link down in the description and you can check it out for yourself. But yeah, here's the full beat.